I hate clocking in. I hate talking to managers. I hate having meetings. I hate having coworkers. I hate everything about having a job.
Somebody tell me how to make $300,000 in a week. Listen,
I don't know what's wrong with y'all folks. Well, y'all be seeing this shit where you like, you saying 300,000 a week. Yeah.
All I know is it ain't working for me.
For the most part, we was all taught the same thing. Be a good kid, go to school, get good grades, go to college so you can get a really good job. This was the universal route of success for most of us. But now we're adults and people are really sick and tired of living the life that we was told was the path to success. And they're regretting ever listening to that advice. And because of this realization, this is creating confusion between generations. Check this out.
Somebody tell me how to make $300,000 in a week. Listen,
I don't know what's wrong with y'all folks. Well, y'all be seeing this shit where you like, you saying 300,000 a week. Well, y'all saying this shit. You know personally that's making 300,000.
I don't.
Exactly.
You know why?
Why?
Because y'all ass. Y'all should have been figuring that shit out. Changing the trajectory of the family. But instead, you know what y'all was doing? At McDonald's. Making fries and shit. Learn how to make fucking nuggets and shit.
Yeah, but the thing is I'm trying to show you the way to do it better. See, I didn't get past the fries and the nuggets. I didn't think high level, like getting to manager level. I was just
That's not high level,
yeah,
bro. That's some basic shit.
No, I'm saying like I got comfortable at the fries.
So that's your thing, fries. Making fries for 30 years.
Yeah, but that's what I got comfortable with. But I'm telling you now that I know better, like go to the next level. Go to management.
It's so crazy to hear two different generations have this conversation. And I think about myself, I have similar conversations with people in my family. In that video, the older gentleman was saying, listen, don't just be an employee. I want you to want more for yourself. Be the manager. Be the person that's in control. The younger dude is saying, I want to own the whole McDonald's. It's two different mindsets that this generation has versus the older generation. But then you may ask yourself, like, well, why did the older generation like that? Your young dude said, well, why didn't y'all put us in better positions? I feel like the older generation did exactly what they knew to do. We in the age of social media and information, the amount of information that we're getting right now, back in the day, they either had to read a book or see it in an encyclopedia. And if they had to read a book, that means that somebody else had to put it in the book and was okay with other people getting that same information. See, what you don't realize is that a lot of people that were successful back in the day, they were taught by their granddads, they were taught by their fathers because success was passed down to them. If you had nobody to pass success down to you verbally, it was going to be a lot harder for you back in the day than it is now.
Am I the only one who wants to just quit my job, maybe buy a minivan or buy an old car and just hop in the car and just simply travel and just see the world, man? Like, am I the only one who simply just wants to see life and experience life and not be caught up in this rat race for the rest of my life? You know, we pay bills, we pay taxes, and we work hard, and we bust our behinds for these jobs, but it's like, is that it? We just work, pay bills, pay taxes, work, pay bills, pay taxes, sit in traffic. Is that it? Is this all there is to life? I can't be the only one who sits back and wonders sometimes, like, this is not, like, this can't be real life. Like, it's no way. We were sold a lie. The American dream is a lie. It is no way it should be this difficult to survive in the land of the free and the home of the brave. This is incredible to me. I don't understand. So sometimes I think, man, I just want to quit, hop in the car or hop in a minivan or something and just travel. Like, I mean, life is going to pass us by anyway. What do we got to lose? And I'm not saying let's just have a mass walkout at our jobs. I mean, if it happens, it is what it is. But it's just like, there has to be something more than this, right? It can't just be work, pay bills, pay taxes, right?
You know, I never understood how people can hate their jobs so much, but have a retirement plan to do it for 20 years. Like, you're going to be doing that job for 20 years, but you hate your job so much. Like, there's nothing in life that I hate doing that I plan on still doing it for 20 more years. Like, really wrap your mind around that real quick. Like, you hate waking up. You hate the whole experience of going to work and sacrificing 8 hours out of your day, but you have a plan to do it so you can retire. And the craziest thing about retirement is that once you retire, you're getting a portion of what you used to make while you were physically working, and your retirement money does not go up as inflation goes up. In other words, my grandma actually told me this. The money that she made when she retired probably like 15 years ago is the same exact money that she's making today from her retirement, which is why a lot of retired people have to keep on working. You know how much more expensive things are versus they were 15 years ago? So what good is her retirement money? Instead of working a job that you don't like for 20 years, why not make it a means to an end? I don't get that for the life of me.
Am I the only one that doesn't see the point of this anymore? Trading your time for money. So I'm supposed to give you 8 hours of my day for 5 days a week for the rest of my life?
Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the only one that's not comfortable with living 20 years of my life having to ask another human being that God put on this earth, walks and has 2 legs just like me, 2 eyeballs just like me. I gotta ask this person, hey, can I go on vacation this weekend with my family? I just need the Friday to the Monday. Or can I get Monday to Wednesday? Like, do you mind if I just want to go out of town? My daughter's on spring break and I want to enjoy a little bit of time with my daughter. And they look at me and they say, oh, I'm sorry, right now is not a good time because it's peak season and we really need you. Whole time, if something was to happen to me, they would replace me the next day. My job will be at the job fair the next day. But I have to miss out on valuable time because I'm making somebody else rich. I want to just paint a picture for y'all real quick, all right? Every single job, every corporation, every sign, everything you see on your way once you leave your house, it all manifested from somebody else's thoughts, right? Even this hat that I'm wearing, this shirt that I'm wearing, this chain, the lights behind me, this pillow, everything is from somebody else's idea. With that idea, that person put it into action. It slowly grew into something that you now can see. That human being now needed somebody else to pull the strings for them. They could go live the life that they actually want to live with their time. But the only way they can do that is by making you sacrifice your time so they can have more time. Meanwhile, you have to beg somebody at work for 3 days of free time. When you work a 9 to 5, at least an hour of traffic just getting home. By the time you're home, you're too tired to do anything, and now you're preparing for the next day. So your whole life is really working. You spend more time with your coworkers than you do with your wife or your husband or your kids. Not speaking down on nobody that loves their job and they love going to their 9 to 5. I'm not mad at you. But if you hate your job, but you sit here and tell yourself you're going to be doing 20 years, or maybe you didn't tell yourself you're going to do 20 years, but you're not seeing it as a means to an end, or you're putting some type of action into it being an end, I just want to wake you up.
Motherfuckers always asking me my dream job like I just like working. Bitch, I hate working. I tell people all the time, bro, my dream job is to not have a job. I hate clocking in. I hate talking to managers. I hate having meetings. I hate having coworkers. I hate everything about having a job. I hate having to wait on a paycheck. I hate this shit. I really hate this shit. I hate working this job. I hate working a job. I tell people this shit all the time. I don't want a job. I don't want a job. I want to act, I want to rap, because shit like that, it don't feel like a job. I want to do shit that doesn't feel like a job. It don't feel like a job. I got to wake up in the morning and swipe a card, or I got to get on Chronos and log in, get on ADT, log in. I got to motherfucking receive a call from my manager and be like, hey, did you do this? I don't want to hear none of this shit. I'm tired of this shit on my mama. I'm 2 seconds away, 2 milliseconds away from slapping my manager, my boss, and all my coworkers. I swear to God, and whoever own this company, and whoever own a company. I swear to God, I hate working. We always get underpaid. And it's so crazy because your job not really your job, it's just your turn, because at the end of the motherfucking day, they can fire you whenever the fuck they want to. If they getting low on business, they can fire you and they gonna call it a layoff, because of course you able to get unemployment if they, they call it a layoff. But I'm just saying, like, your job is not really your job. It's just your fucking turn. You could be down bad on your ass and you really need to work overtime and you can't even fucking work overtime. You don't even got a job no more. You don't even fucking know because they low on business right now. Bro, I don't like this shit. I don't like this shit. I don't like this shit. And I really hate the fact that I got to depend on this shit right now. But one day, I'm not going to need to depend on this shit. One day, I'm not going to need to depend on this shit and deal with these stinking ass customers, deal with these stinking ass managers, deal with these stinking ass coworkers. I just hate it.
And some of y'all may be watching that video and it's like, brother, people been doing this for generations to come. We've been hating jobs and that's just what a man got to do. I don't believe that a man has to hate his life in order to support his family. I do not attest to that at all. And just because something is normalized doesn't mean you have to live it. If you see your current job as a business partner instead of the lord of your bills on whether or not your bills get paid, you'll be able to breathe a lot better. Let me explain that to you. Listen, most people only work a job that they don't like because they have to pay their bills. So if you had other means to pay your bills, you would not need that job. I'm gonna tell y'all a little story about me. I was once fired from a job, and when I got fired from that job, it was a real eye-opening moment because I honestly got fired for something that I think was pretty dumb, but they did fire me. And although I was really pissed off at the time, like, dang, I got fired, you could probably go on YouTube on my old channel and search Ty Boogie got fired. You'll find a video of me like sad. I was about to start screen pressing shirts and everything. You can go find this video on YouTube. It ain't no cap, not me and my rap, you know what I mean? But me getting fired taught me a valuable life lesson early on. And the lesson was that job had way too much power over me. The job determined what I eat. The job determined where I was able to sleep. It determined how I look, what kind of fun I'm able to have. It determined all of that. So once I got fired from my job, I realized, dang, I was only that person that I was while I had the job because I had that job. Like, think about it real quick. Think about your life before getting your raise. Think about your life before getting that new position. You were a completely different person. You couldn't go out to the club with your friends. You couldn't go to the bar with your friends. You couldn't be out here dating. You couldn't drive that car. You couldn't live in that nice place you live in right now. You couldn't really support your kids. You are a completely different person when you don't have that job. Therefore, that person that's allowing you to have that job has all the power over your life, because one day they could just walk in, look at you and be like, you know what? I don't like how he has 2 dimples instead of just 1. Let me find a reason to fire him. And now you're gone. And just off of that one decision of that person wanting to fire you, your whole life changes. So after I got fired from that job, I went to driving Lyft. I was driving Lyft until I could finally find another job. But I told myself that if I was to ever get another job, I would have a plan to never give a job that level of power over me ever again.
All I know is this, it ain't working for me. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired.
Why you show up to work if you're tired?
I need $1.
You heard what that man said? He said, because I need $1. My heart really goes out to that man because I feel that, man. Like, when you're working day in and day out, it could be so tiring. Going to sleep early just to wake up and get in traffic to go to work. Like, it's just so repetitive. It's tiring. So I understand when that man said he is tired, and son started to hug himself. And believe it or not, a lot of people are headed down the road to be just like that man because you never made any changes. Let me tell you the plan that I had that got me out of working a 9-to-5 and finally gaining control over my life. I'd write down each one of my bills, and right beside them, I'd write down a hustle. So each hustle may be something either I did before, or maybe I could possibly do, or I could teach myself how to do it. All I knew is that whatever I was going to do, I was going to slowly get better at it. Because I had so many different bills, I had so many different hustles. But in my mind, it's easy to make $100 if I pick up a camera and do a photo shoot for $50 an hour. People will easily pay that. That's one booking out of the month. That'll pay my phone bill. I would go on to do this to have a hustle for each one of my bills. My biggest bill being my car note and my rent, or maybe I had mortgage at the time, I'm not sure. But anyways, for my car note, I figured, okay, let me get another car so then that car could pay for both my car cars and I don't have to pay for a car note. So I started doing Turo. For my mortgage, I said, okay, let me figure out how this whole Airbnb thing works. I started doing Airbnb arbitrage. I can't really say too much on YouTube how to do that, so hit me up in my Discord and I may be able to explain to y'all how I did my Airbnb arbitrage the easy way. It got to the point where these things became my hobbies. Just like how I used to play basketball when I was young, now I just enjoy making money. So when I would get off of work, I'd spend at least an hour to 2 hours of just figuring out how to improve in each one of these little businesses that I was doing. It was small improvements, but over time, it taught me by improving these skills, although my goal was just to pay my bills, the money for each one of the skills were surpassing the bill that needed to get paid. So now I have a lot of leftover money. So by giving myself the confidence of, dang, so all I had to do was have a thought and to actually execute. Now I don't have to worry about bills, which is why most of America works a job. So here I am at 29 years old and I'm doing what I love, which is making content like this, just speaking passionately. I don't have to worry about somebody saying, no, don't say it like that. Hey, make sure you're here at 5 o'clock and I'm forcing it on camera. Nah, I'm doing what I love to do, which is speak true, real stuff. Know what I mean? The stuff that the media is not saying, the stuff that we wasn't taught in school. Know what I mean? The stuff that's true to me. And by doing this, I put pressure on myself to make myself even better, to give y'all better information from me so we could learn together. But did I have excuses to do the extra work? Yes, I had mad excuses. Getting off of work, and I promise you a lot of y'all have this excuse. You get off of work and you feel like you're tired. Poor me, time to go to sleep. I'm tired. Why? Because you just worked the whole day. Okay, so now when you look up, now you done did that for 20 years. You done worked that job for 15 years. You done gave yourself so many, oh, I'm tired, I don't have enough time, to the point where you missed out on all this time. You've been hating 8 hours a day of your life for 20 years because you kept on giving yourself an excuse of, oh yeah, you know, I'm tired, or oh yeah, you know, I'll do it later, or, oh yeah, I need better lighting, oh yeah, I need this type of material, oh yeah, I need capital. There's ways to do things strictly off of your imagination. The thing that pisses me off the most about people is how hyped they get every year around tax season. The reason why it pisses me off so much is because it tells me that last year with tax season, you didn't do the right thing with your money for you to still be excited for extra $2,000 in your bank account. With $2,000, you could go get you a camera, go get you a lens, get nice at taking pictures, find you an editor, and now you done found a way to make an extra $500 a month. That's at least your electric bill, your water bill, and your phone bill. So now you got 3 more bills left that you can either have another hustle with, or you could get better at doing photography. And I know I'm saying photography, but content creation is the easiest thing you can do right now. Back in the day, when I lost my job, content creation wasn't this easy. Right now on TikTok pays similar to YouTube, except you only got to make a minute-long video. But people still won't do that. Like, I have family members that have every excuse in the book on why they would not pick up the camera and post a video of them talking or making money the same way I make my money. But those same people will ask me for $20. Those same people will ask me for $50. Swear to God, they will pay me back, never pay me back. So if you ever ask yourself, if it was that easy, why isn't everybody doing it? Because it's easier to make excuses. And that's the route most people would rather take. So anyways, y'all, it's been your boy Ty Boogie. I hope you got some value from this video. I know this video is a little bit different from my other videos, but I tell y'all this all the time. I gotta feel passionate about the topic for me to talk on it. So this came across my TikTok feed and I was like, yeah, this is it. You know what I mean? So hit that like button, subscribe, turn on my post notifications, share this video with somebody that might need it too. Put it in your homies group chat. Now, I mean, the group chat that you have with you and your girls, because it might just be the battery that you got to put in somebody else's back. I think the battery that was put into my back was when I seen this interview of Dame Dash. He was on a Breakfast Club and he was talking to Charlemagne and he was talking to Envy. And from that video on, my life has changed. So hopefully this could be that video for you. I'm not here to sell you no course or nothing like that. I'm just here to open up your eyes so you can understand that the possibilities in life are endless. It's all about what you put into it. But just remember this, working a 9 to 5 is a choice, because if you're not planning your way out, you're choosing to stay where you are. Anyways, y'all, it's been your boy Ty Boogie. I'm out of here, man.